Good morning, evening, or afternoon, or I should say, I guess, morning, afternoon, evening, or any place in between of whatever it is for you when you come across this video. Thank you all for being here. I'm so happy that you are all here. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I just wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you. If you are a returning viewer, guys, thank you so much for your continued support, for you being here, for being a part of the channel, for being a part of the Hadarian collective. For those of you who are Hadarian and for those of you who are not, we're so glad you've decided to join us, because let's face it, we can have some really awesome energy happening in here sometimes. Well, I would say all the time, but maybe I'm a little bit biased. Anyway, as you heard the dog barking, I'm in a busy household with lots of animals, so you may hear things from time to time. For those of you who are new, thank you so much for stopping by and deciding to give us a listen and see what you think. For everyone, always take only what resonates, leave the rest. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, the bell, the share when appropriate, if you feel it's appropriate. And all of this only when and if it resonates with you. But each of those actions do really help me. They help the channel, and they help us as far as like helping each other. So yeah, with all that said, we're just going to jump in. These are the decks that I was called to pull today to see what comes up. So I can tell you just by looking at these that I'll have to wait and see what comes forward, but I do feel like it may be beneficial to add an element of fun to your day, your week. Okay, where are we going to begin? Okay. All decks have been pre-shuffled, but I do like to do a quick little shuffle so that you guys can see that they're shuffled. All right. So if you guys feel so inclined, it would be awesome if you felt like sharing in the comment section, what is it that you like to do for fun? And it can be anything at all. You know, what is it that you like to do for fun? You know, is it time for yourself? And if it is, what do you do in that time with yourself? Is it with your family? And if it is, what do you and your family do in that time? If it's out socializing with friends, then what is it that you like to do when you're with your friends? Yeah, I think that'd be interesting. Okay, we have hesitation. While it is often wise to look before you leap, your hesitation in the present situation is simply slowing you down. It is time to take action, move forward with confidence, and your courage will be rewarded. And I gotta say, this little puppy is adorable. Isn't he cute? All right. So we have hesitation. Okay. And I was going to say, let's get one more. And we have innocence. Your ability to look at the world through innocent eyes is a great strength, as it allows you to see the good in all things. I find this really, really appropriate for Hadarians. I find it appropriate for Hadarians. At the same time, I feel like because of our experiences that we've had that were growing, stretching, probably some realizing, oh, look at how I created whatever, when it comes to things that we don't care for, right? As we know as Hadarians, most of us start out and continue to learn and progress in growth here, but we can be very challenged in having boundaries. And it's because we walk around with a lot of this innocence. I mean, look at this puppy, his little tongue sticking out. He's just so cute. But I feel like it's almost like for maybe it's for everybody, but I'm, again, because this is All Things Hadar channel, I do feel that this is something, with the message coming through here, is messages that come through on this channel are geared toward Hadarians. Let's just be honest. I'm trying to say it very gently, but the bottom line is, and you guys who know me, I'm usually pretty kind of blunt and straightforward. We can be so innocent that we don't set boundaries. We just, the world is all about love and I'm all about love and we're just going to share love. And I understand you treat me like this, but I love you. You know what I mean? We can just have no boundaries because we look at the world through the lens of innocence, and there's nothing wrong with innocence. Innocence is beautiful and it's lovely and it's an amazing experience when we utilize it in a healthy way. And in this reality, in this dimension, boundaries are really important, because our innocence can be our strength, but it could also be our downfall when we allow ourselves to become a doormat, and it just keeps us stuck. It gets us smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until we're just a shadow of who we truly are. So whoever needs to hear that, don't be hard on yourself for that. Don't beat yourself up for it. Hopefully what you get from this channel and any of the readings that we do or interviews or anything else is just, okay, that makes sense. I can see how I do that. Or utilizing the information again to look at your situations in life or where you're at in life and go, okay, how did I get here? I mean, how did I really get here? Yes, we always say, well, this happened in this person and that situation, but it's what we do within each of those that is either going to continue to help us to shrink, get smaller, more out of alignment, or it's going to help us to grow, to expand, to get more in alignment with ourselves, and to move forward on our ascension. I guess that's the best way I can say it. The hesitation here, maybe some of you are faced with something new, something that you haven't experienced before. Or maybe you have, but it's just like, well, that didn't turn out very well before. But the bottom line is, whether it's something new or something that you have done before, but just, different sets of people, circumstances, etc. I really feel like, there's nothing wrong with your innocence. You can use that fresh view, because we can really infuse people with, wow, I never thought of it that way, because our perspective is different. Everyone's perspective is different, but doing this with sharing of yourself and your innocence from a space of strength, and I would say courage and bravery, right? Because it takes a lot for us to learn how to master our own mental and emotional space and move forward in that in a strong place and space. Wow, I've had a lot to say about this. Well, I shouldn't say but either which way, there's hesitation, and I feel like it's because there's a lot of, well, but in the past, and the point is it's not about the past, it's about the here and now. Take what you've learned from the past and apply it to now, and move forward in your genuine, authentic self. And hopefully boundaries would be a part of your genuine self in this reality, right? Because again, limitlessness or unlimited was a big deal in Hadar, and it was our way. But it's more beneficial for us to be able to adjust and adapt to a certain extent, while still being true to ourselves and truly connected with ourselves, but being able to, and I don't mean adapt as in conform, I mean adapt as in learning how to be true, our true self in this reality and dimension. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Hold on a moment. All right, here we go. Okay, where are we going from here, please? All right. So I don't know if you're new here, you may not have known, and I actually honestly don't know if I've used these decks on this channel or if it was on my other channel. But I do have 2 decks sitting here that are both Disney I Found It decks. And again, I feel like because, you know, literally game cards came out as well as the dogs or the puppies. Well, it's both. I do feel like it would be very beneficial to have an element of fun. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. The cat is like trying so hard to get in here. He's like letting me know, hello, I'm here. Napoleon loves to be a part of card readings and cards. But I'm not going to let him in because he can really wreak havoc sometimes. Okay, and I thought it was funny, but I just saw the cat go by in here. Anyway, all right, let's see. What do we got? Ooh, that's a little too many. Let's not go crazy here with a whole bunch at once. Let's unpack a little at a time. That cat, you see that? It keeps it. That is too funny. Do you see how it was sitting here differently than the rest? That's interesting. Okay, so I am going to take it. I wasn't going to because I thought it was just me, and then I got, no, turn it over and look at it. And it's so appropriate. So we do have the cat on this side. Now, it's funny because, you know, dogs, we tend to look at dogs as very companion-like, right? Very companion, very loyal. They love being with their people. Cats do too. But cats are also known for, I should say, and cats are also known for being very independent. Like Napoleon, Napoleon loves me so much and it's so adorable. But he also has his moments where it's like, no, I don't want to be petted. I just want to be left alone. And he'll go, you know, into one of his little beds somewhere and, you know, or he'll go play with one of the other cats or he'll, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just interesting. It's just a very different energy between cats and dogs, right? And then I turn it over and I look at it and it was like, oh, wow, yeah. See, I see that. So let me show you the picture. Okay. Do you notice the superhero little girl here and the big superhero here? She is leading, she's in front, okay? And I don't know if you can tell that very well from on here. But what I find interesting about this is it's because one of these says something about it's time to take action, move forward with confidence, and your courage will be rewarded. And it's like, just understand you're not alone. You're not alone. Behind you is this huge amount of support with wings. You know, it's like, yeah, it's like superheroes almost. And we do have a plane and they are above ground. I would say that maybe some of you are going to take a trip. We do have a bridge and water here. So for some of you, it could be distance. For others of you, it could be across town. You know what I'm saying? And we do have like heavy city and then almost like a little park view here. And then city again. So again, to me, that implies traveling over various different settings, shall we say. For some, it's a vacation. For some, it's for business. For some, it's you're moving. For others, you know, it's just a visit of a place. So, and I feel like there's hesitation about that. I feel like there's hesitation about that for some. So always take what resonates, leave the rest, and ultimately it is your responsibility to decide what is right for you. I'm just feeling like here there's, you know, there may be an opportunity coming forward for you to that is going to ask you to move. And I feel, or move as in take a step, move, make a decision. I keep getting move. So I don't know if that's like literally like you're moving as in residence, or move as in no, you just need to make a decision one way or the other and create movement. I think it, you know, again, take it how it resonates and leave the rest. Okay. Interesting. So we have bridges, plural. Bridges, plural. And we have flower pots. Or a flower pot. Oh, it does say pots, plural. Okay. Immediately what I'm getting on this one is almost like, yeah, confirmation of movement. Bridges. Bridges take you from one place to another. They join together two bodies of something and allow you to get from one place to the other. This could be about like actual travel. And again, it's going to be important to own your innocence with balance and alignment, I guess is what I'm going to say. The hesitation may be because, you know, maybe it's really asking you to do something and move outside of your comfort zone. Maybe travel for you is outside of your comfort zone. Yeah. And then we have flower pots. And the first thing I immediately thought of was that saying about grow where you're planted. That, you know, there's the potential for you to be able to grow where you're planted. So maybe you're being transplanted. Maybe you're going to someplace new, someplace different, or just a new situation. It could be a new job, could be a new home, could be a new relationship, could be a new experience for yourself that you've just decided, you know what, I'm just going to go do this. Where else are we going here? Oh, all right. Thank you. Okay, sorry. You gotta get that off of there. All right. Here we go. Okay. I think we're going here. Okay, can we get a little more on the hesitation? Knight of Wands. Yeah, see, there's this nudging to charge forward. And again, you know, Knight of Wands, so Wands, this is about, you know, action, passion, creativity, movement, which, you know, again, we've got, this is again being confirmed. And I understand that there's hesitation, and it's not saying to leap without even looking, if you know, because it did talk about that in one of these, didn't it? No, not that one. Must be this one. While it is often wise to look before you leap. Okay, so they're saying it's, we're not telling you to not look. We're not telling you to be crazy and just go in totally blind. If you can do research or do your homework, you do your due diligence, then do that. You know, you don't have to be completely blind. I mean, there are going to be things that are in the unknown. They keep drawing my attention to the Four of Swords. This is about healing taking place. So it does feel like whatever this is asking you to do, it holds potential to be quite healing, even if it doesn't, you know, you can't see the correlation, or you're like, well, I don't know how that's going to, you know what I'm saying? Let's get a little more on the innocence, please. Same, pull another one. Again, yeah, see, there it is. That Four of Swords came out again. So first thing out was the Ace of Wands. Again, wands and wands. This is something to do with creativity, with action, with movement, with passion. A brand new beginning, which would make sense if we're moving to somewhere else. Again, whether that's metaphorically or literally. And again, didn't I say even before, yeah, this is saying that this has potential to offer you a great deal of growth. This flower is actually in bloom. So I would say whatever this is, it holds potential for you to bloom, to blossom, wherever this is, whatever this is, whether it's an experience, a place, whatever. And I do feel, again, it's going to allow the opportunity for your creation, your creativity of something to take place. And again, note the green sprout here. And again, growth. But I would say this too. How do you want me to say that? Okay. So you notice with the flower is in a pot, right? If it's in a pot, that means it has its boundaries, right? It unless it busts through the pot, it's not going to grow beyond that. Does that make sense? And same with this. It's like there's only so much room on here for, branching off to happen, right? That and here's the thing they're saying. It's important to not have the clouded vision of looking at it as, well, so in other words, you're telling me I'm limited. So in other words, you're telling me that I can't do A, B, C, or D, right? And it's like, no, actually, that's not it at all. You can move your boundaries, right? I mean, we all can move our boundaries. We can transplant into something bigger, into a bigger pot, into the outdoor world. You can do whatever you want to do. It's free will, free choice. They're just saying, again, they're emphasizing boundaries and practicing boundaries from a balanced and aligned space, meaning, okay, so maybe this flower is in a pot here or in a pot here, right? Because it's just beginning. And then, as it grows, we have to transplant it into a bigger pot as it continues to grow. So they're not saying that you have to limit yourself. They're simply saying, again, having boundaries that you set. And if you don't know what good boundaries are, no judgment. If we haven't had boundaries, it's something new to learn. So I would suggest watching videos about healthy boundaries, reading books about healthy boundaries, whatever that mean of learning for you works, do that. Educate yourself, do your research, do your due diligence. Okay, let's get some more on this taking that leap, flying, the superhero with that huge amount of backup support. And I think, again, really look at the difference in sizes between these two. She's got a lot of power backing her up, as well as her own power. And I just keep thinking about the strength card here, right? Because it really does take a lot of guts, a lot of bravery, a lot of courage to go out on our own like that. Whether it's an actual move or it's just doing something that is out of our comfort zone. It not only takes a lot of bravery and courage to do that, to follow that through, but it also takes a mastery. And again, which is why I keep thinking of the strength card. It takes this mastery of us taking control of our mental and emotion versus letting the mental and emotion control and dictate us. Oh, she came out in the reverse. Okay. And she's the only one in reverse. That's interesting. Okay, so before I say anything, let me get a little more, because I got a message floating around in here. So let me just, could we get a little more detail first, please? Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, so bottom line, there's going to be either someone or people who are going to be very unhappy about the fact that you're going, if you choose to do this, that you're going to make this move, whatever this move is. Again, whether it's metaphorical or literal. There's people who aren't going to be happy about it. And why? Because there's an ending. And it's like, there's this one person's like saying, oh, come on, I'm sorry, and the other one is like, I'm done. I'm done. As far as like the Queen of Pentacles goes, with her being in reverse, I would say, so for some of you, I would say on the outside, right? Because the Queen of Pentacles, we would think of somebody who's very earthy, very grounded, somebody who, I would say very business savvy, right? And they know how to create their fortune. They know how to maintain their fortune, right? With this being in reverse, I'm getting a couple of different things. One, it can be even scarier to do this because maybe there's been a source of income, and there's this worry and this fear about, well, what about my finances? What's going to happen because when I leave this is going to go away too. Okay. In that sense of, but maybe this is about, again, maybe it's about a new job or a new collaboration or a partnership or whatever that is, right? That has that potential to bring in your own independence of something. And it doesn't have to be money. It can be, look at the different things that in this reality, money affords a person to have, do, or be, right? So again, it could be, well, why would you do that? Because, oh, you see, I really, really do love you. And the other person is like, yeah, no, it's just not working. I don't want that anymore. So there is going to be at least someone, if not some people, who don't agree with what you're going to go do. If you go do it, they may try to talk you out of it. But it feels more like it's because it's, I just heard the word self-preservation, not coming from a sense of something else. So let's just leave it at that. For others of you, I'm getting I'm getting for a very, maybe a person or, just a very small percentage though, that it's almost like it's flip-flopped. It's like, no, this person's been using you. They've been saying how much they love you, but it's because they want your money. And I really do feel like, even though this will be hard, it's the injection of fun. And don't get me wrong, I understand that, this is not the fun part at all, but it is going, should you decide to do whatever this is, it holds potential for a lot of healing. And in part of your healing, this is going to open you up to being able to have more fun in your life. The potential. And note I say the potential, they're saying. Yeah, look at that. See, again, Knight of Swords. Again, quick, fast movement. Quick, fast movement, right? And And it's about the bridges. So for some of you, this is about, you know, almost like ripping off the Band-Aid. You know what I'm saying? It's really about the, when we drag things out, it makes it much, much harder for all parties involved. And maybe it's something that this opportunity is going to come and they're going to need a decision like right away, because maybe whatever it is that this opportunity is, it's like they're on a time crunch. And it's not in a sense of to push you, pressure you, make you do something, because we all have free will, free choice. It is, again, you know, from their perspective, they're in a hurry because they have a deadline or they have this or that that they're trying to accomplish as well. And they've set it up as, okay, yep, and by this time that they have a timeline of what they're doing that plays a role in whatever they're creating. And that in turn brings that element of, you know, this is fast, swift decisions. However, you know, where the Knight of Wands and Wands can be very impulsive, Swords is very, very logical. They will do their due diligence. They do their research. They run the scenarios. They come up with plans, you know. Okay, it's all right. I got plan A, B, C, D. So, you know, if one doesn't work out, it's all right. I got some backups, you know, as well as being flexible and learning to go with the flow. But they are very logical. They do think things out. So I do feel like, again, they're not asking you to be totally blind, which is what we saw them talking about, you know, moving in blind, right? It is wise, often wise, to look before you leap, right? And in the present situation, it's simply slowing you down. So I feel like this isn't saying, well, just go in blind, don't do your homework, just go. Which, you know, again, free will, free choice, that is up to you how you want to do whatever you want to do or not do. All they're saying is there's a swiftness in doing the research. There's a swiftness in doing the due diligence, a swiftness in doing the decision making, but still doing it from a place that is educating yourself. You're going to educate yourself about not only the situation and the event, but how am I going to feel about that? How do I think I'm going to feel about this once I'm there? Okay, well, I realize it's going to this and this and this may be uncomfortable, but oh my gosh, look at it could do blah, 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 right? So, yeah, there may be a need to make a quick decision about something to move on, to move forward and do so quickly. Do your due diligence, do your homework, do your research, and then move forward. Yeah, look at that. Because you have an Ace of Swords is a potential there. A brand new beginning. So you've got the Ace of Wands, something that can be very creative, very passionate, something that's going to open up. I heard the harnessed light within, meaning for some of you, it's like it's been so harnessed, it's been held back. It's been being very, very controlled and not by the self. And it's going to allow this to come forward and be your creativity. There's also possibly a truth that is coming forward, and or this is about a lot of communication, which, you know, is really good when we're researching and we're wanting to find out information before we make a move, right? There could be a lot of communication coming in. For me, Swords also represents things like truth, justice, integrity, honor, light. And there is a victory that would be offered to you with this. But whether or not you take it, you know, to me, the victory isn't guaranteed because, again, you know, this isn't guaranteed. It's just, this is here for you. It has so much potential for you, but what you do with it is strictly up to you. Yeah, see, reasons to celebrate. You hold the potential to be happy again. You will be happy should you choose to move towards your happiness. And that doesn't mean that, okay, I've arrived, I'm happy, right? I mean, everything, it's a process, it's a journey. But even too, and again, I don't know who needs to hear this, but moving away from situations, environments, places, people, whatever that is, that has this, that has an effect, and that we allow this effect of ourselves that put us out of alignment. When we move away from that and we get that space and we begin healing, we actually typically start seeing things that we didn't see before. And then it's like, oh, no wonder why I was so unhappy, right? Okay, let's talk about the flower pots, shall we? Let's talk about the flower pots. Why? Wow. 9 of Cups. This is contentment within the self, within your own life. This, again, holds the potential to really bring in happiness for you. This really holds potential to bring in happiness for you. No? Okay, they're saying pull one more. This really holds potential to bring happiness. That is beautiful. 9 of Cups is self-contentment in all areas. Look at it. Did you see how that jumped up onto here? Wow. Wow. Okay, so you can hit the replay if you like, but these kind of slid and landed on here, and I thought they wanted me to pull for over here. They're actually saying, no, it goes here. This is Judgment. Again, he's actually already blowing the horn. So this isn't about a time to sit and review, okay? Because Judgment can be about reviewing. If it's in a particular deck where they haven't blown the trumpet yet, maybe they're just holding it off to the side. To me, that would imply that that's reviewing time, because when the trumpet's being blown, to me as a reader, they're saying that the reviewing part, the learning process that leads up to this new beginning has been done, and now it's time for the new beginning to begin. But if you're stuck in this hesitation, then this new beginning can't begin. But this is very much in alignment. The Judgment card is here. The trumpet is being blown. It is definitely time to do this, whatever this is for you. And again, I'm not telling you to do it. You have to make your own choice or decision. I am simply saying that it is aligned for you to do this at this time for yourself, and that your hesitation, as the card said, is only holding you back. Hierophant came out with Judgment. That is really freaking powerful. On the one hand, it could be because it's talking about maybe this will be a legal situation. If you're talking about relationship, it could be divorce. If you're talking about something that is a partnership or a business, maybe it needs to transition into a different type of business, or maybe it's a partnership that just needs to be dissolved and you're each going to go your own way. And there's logistics and legal things that need to be worked out. Okay. Whatever that is for you. But the point of it all is that yes, it is very aligned at this time, to move forward. And look at what's on the bottom of the deck. We have the Sun card on the bottom of the deck. And as I said, this holds the potential to make you very happy. Okay. And for those of you who don't know Phoebe, if you don't know the Friends show, Phoebe, out of all of them, she's the one, she's very flowy. She goes with the flow. She learns how to adjust and keep moving. And she keeps this light, happy kind of energy. And she is the enlightened one out of the group, if you put it that way, the awakened one out of the group. So yes, I would say that this definitely holds potential to be something pretty freaking amazing for you. Okay, guys, that's it. I think I'm going to leave it here. I think this is a really, really good reading. I understand that there are some things that can be uncomfortable, but it offers so much potential here for not only self-healing, but to become an independent, to evolve and ascend into more alignment with who you truly are. And we have so much celebration here happening, so much just utter joy, felicity, as they say. And felicity is kind of like joy on steroids. It's like mind-blowing. I am so happy. This is like the best card in the deck. I mean, this is all your life areas. It's really quite beautiful. Okay, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, the notification bell, and share. Each and every one of those actions on their own really help me, help the channel, and we help each other. So until next time, guys, bye.